another day, another chance, another way. Just another chapter, you know. So you're pretty much gonna be going over classes, you know, in this chapter. So in this chapter, you learn how to write your own classes. You learn how to store information in class using attributes and how to write methods that give your classes the behavior they need. You learn to write initialized methods that create instances from your classes with exactly the attributes you want. So how to modify the attributes of an instance directly, and through methods you learn that inheritance can simply you simplify the creation of classes that are related to each other, and you learn to use instances of one class as attributes in another class to keep each class simple. You saw how storing classes in modules and importing classes you need into the files where they'll be used can keep your projects organized. You started learning about the Python standard library and saw an example based on the random module. Finally, learn to style your classes in Python conventions. So that's what you pretty much got here. So that's what you pretty much have. So you go to like car, right? And in car, man, you got a method, right? And the method name, right? You got a class and a class name called car. Here you got a simple string which it describes the method of the class function of the class, which is a simple attempt to represent a class. So you got a method allowing its parameters self make model year. So that's what you've got. Initialize attributes to describe a car. So you got your parameter which is self. So this is the parameter that you're using, right? So parameter self, and then you got you know your variables, right? Just make. Then you got your parameters to make. So this actually measures the make that you've got. Your variable, which is the name of the, it's pretty much the name that can be used, and the parameter. So this parameter measures the name. Same thing with model, same thing year, and same thing with odometer reading, which is 0. So this is actually an integer, and then this is a variable, and then this is a parameter. So method get descriptive name, then you got self parameter, then you've got a string here. So long name equals f string, self dot year, self dot make, self dot model. Then what it returns long name dot title, right? So that's what you've got. So these are like f strings. So you've got parameters here for each f string. So def read odometer. So this is pretty much a method, right? And then this is a parameter. So a string is gonna get printed out. So this prints a statement showing the car's mileage. An if string, right? So this car has self dot odometer underscore reading miles on it. You know what I mean? So print if string, and update underscore odometer self comma mileage. Set the odometer reading to the given value. Rejected changes if it attempts to roll the odometer back. Then you got if else statement mileage equals to is greater than or equals to self the odometer reading, right? Self the odometer underscore reading equals minus. So then you got an else statement of print. You can roll back on the odometer. Then you got an increment value, right? So this method increments the value. So parameter self, then parameter miles. So add the given amount to the odometer reading. So self dot odometer underscore reading increments. So what this does is it makes sure that the value that you already have is retained, but it adds on to that miles. So my used score and my underscore used underscore score car equals car Subaru Subaru and Outback 2019. Print my used car that gets script name. Then what you got is the variable that you've got. Then you got a method. And then you got like your you pretty much got your value here. My used car dot read underscore diameter. Right, so read a diameter. So you got your variable, this is a variable that you've got, right? So my used car, then increment odometer. So this increments, the diameter reading by 100, then dot read odometer. Print a statement showing the car's mileage. As you can see here, you got Subaru 2019 Subaru Outback. This car has 20,500 miles on it. This car has 20,600 miles on it. So as you can see, the strings that you've got, different strings that you've got here, right? They got the they got the they got the values within them. So the model year, model name, then the model make, and then you got an if string, two if strings here. So the the if string that's being used here by 20,500, and then you got an incrementation by 100, 20,600 miles on it. So that's what you've got. Then you're gonna got a class, right? Then within that class, you got the class name. So it's a simple attempt to model a dog. Got a method, its parameters, self-name, age, initialize name and age attribute. So you got the parameter, variable, then the parameter again, then parameter, variable, then you got the parameter. So the self dot name equals name. Then same thing here, you give a method parameter, simulate a string, simulate a dog sitting in response to a command, print f string self dot name is now sitting. So an f string, so what an f string does takes puts everything together but puts space in between. Curly brackets parameter, roll over, print f string, curly bracket self dot name, variable. So you got variable, right? Which is my dog, and then you got your dog, class dog, Willie, then six, your dog, right, equals dog, Lucy, comma three, print f string, my dog's name is my dog that name, f string, then f string, my dog is my dog that 8 years old. So my dog dot set method, then print f string. So what this does is it takes if string and takes it over to another line. That's what it does. Your dog's name is curly brackets your dog's dot name. So this is your variable. Your dog is your name, which is string. So your name is string. Then same thing here. Your dog is your dog dot age. So you got your variable. So it measures your variable. Then your age, which measures the integer. The years old, right? Then you got your dog dot set. Then you got an empty method, right? Similarly, the dog sitting in response to a command. So you got an empty, you got an empty like method here. So there's no value here. There's no value. So this is interchangeable in the sense that you can change the value here. So as you can see here, you got your f strings here. My dog's name's Willie. My dog is 6 years old. Willie is now sitting. Your dog's name is Lucy. Your dog is 3 years old. Lucy is now sitting. And then you got an electric car, right? So same thing here. You got a class for electric car. Its description, its method, and parameters within itself, make, model, year. So you got parameter, then you got variable, parameter, variable, then variable, parameter, variable, then parameter, variable equals 0. Same thing here, you get descriptive name, then you got parameter string, which is return and delete formatted descriptive name, long name equals f string, self year, self make, self model, return long name dot title, empty value, read odometer self. So print a statement showing the car's mileage. Print f string, this car has self dot odometer reading miles on it. Then def odometer underscore odometer, update underscore odometer, parameter self mileage. Then you got an if else statement. Right, then you got an if else statement there, right? Set the odometer reading to the given value if mileage greater than or equal to self dot odometer underscore reading. Self dot odometer underscore reading is equal to mileage, else print you can't roll back an odometer. So you got an if else statement there, right? Then you got a method which increments odometer. Then you've got your parameters here. At the given amount of the odometer reading. So after odometer underscore reading plus equals increments equals to a miles. So additional equal to miles. So it's retaining the original value but adding on to it. Plus battery. Right, so we got string a simple attempt to model a battery for an electric car. So def initialize self battery. So you got the parameters here. Initialize the battery's attributes self dot battery underscore size equals battery underscore size. Def describe battery self. Print statement describing the battery size. Then print f string. This car has a self battery size of such and such kilowatts. Right, so that's pretty much what you've got, man. So and then you got print statement describing the battery size, f string, battery underscore size, then def get range self. So you got pretty much got a string, right, that describes the method. Print a statement about the range this battery provides. So you got if else statement. If self dot battery underscore size strict equal operator 40, then range equals 150. Else if self dot battery size strict equal operator 65, then range equals 225. Print f string